What's going on, friends? What's up, gamers? And welcome to DRULcast 220. We're finally here. I want to say it's a milestone, but I mean, is it? Is a 220? Is that a milestone? Why am I saying 220? It's 120. Oh, you know why I'm saying 220? Because of Jack's gamer tag. Anyways, I'm Shiraz, and with me is Ace of Spades, Mr. Juan. What's going on, man?
220? What?
So I kept saying I don't know why I introduced the episode as 220, as DRULcast 220, when it's actually DRULcast 120. But the only reason I had 220 in the mind is because of Jack's gamer tag, which is show 220.
That's why.
Yeah, so I have that number in my mind. I'm like, why is that like there? And it's because of that. But anyways, DRULcast 120. I apologize. I skipped ahead 100 episodes.
That's nothing. Let's just go ahead.
It's just 100. It's all right. So yeah, as you can hear, Juan is with me today. No Jack. We had blah blah blah. We had scheduling conflicts once more. And that just kind of happens. I mean, and also last week we didn't have an episode for that very same reason, and it was whatever. Just a bunch of things kind of didn't line up. So now we do a show with Juan. Hi.
Hola.
I don't really have much to talk about because the majority of my days have been spent playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Which I don't know. I like it. Sort of. I don't know. I mean, all right. There's things that I like and things that I don't like. And the only reason I don't like certain aspects are because they're sort of broken right now. But before I start, what have you been playing?
Well, I'm kind of, you in the mirror, just playing the same Call of Duty. I've been playing more of the multiplayer. I'm becoming stick right now.
You
just playing the multiplayer, not even touching the story. And the reason being, I like playing with people.
Yeah, that's
kind of my thing. I don't know if this is what's gonna when you speak of, but this is just more arcade type, more than anything. This is as was mentioned before in one of the episodes, not multiple of the episodes. It's something that you could just pick up, play, and then just go.
Yeah,
not something that you have to focus on doing what you got to do as far as objectives and all that, or your perspective, it is you're trying to get all the camos, you're trying to get all these little
the unlockables,
there
and the cosmetics behind it.
For me, the reason I played it, because I've been off of the Call of Duty a year, 2 years, and it's because they were kind of going downhill for me, and then I realized, damn, there's nothing I can really relate to really play, and I actually started playing again because I seen you guys play. I was like, I want to play with my family and friends. In general, though, this is my real perspective now. This is where I'm really gonna get into it. It's a great game. It's just me. It's something which all these other games are doing is kind of becoming a melting pot of games. So we've mentioned this before with the previous one with Advanced Warfare with it's like Titanfall, and it's kind of what they're doing. They're going out of successful, equations out there. Oh, the wall running,
yeah,
and then the Halos, like jetpacks. So it's trying to kind of put all the goodies from other games.
They're all building off of each other. And
exactly.
Things are just not original anymore.
Mm-hmm. No, and I even see that with the latest Halo, it seems a bit more Call of Duty-ish, because now instead of just focusing on killing, you're just killing humans. Even in the story, now you're granted, I don't want to spoil anything on the story, but it's something which it's human on human now. So it's like, wow, okay, so went from going so base stuff into just going back on.
Yeah, you keep cutting off, just to let you know.
Oh, I'm right here in front of the mic too. It doesn't like me.
It's fine.
but in general, it's a good game. But I guess it's not like back in the day when we
It's
had.
definitely no COD 4.
Oh yeah, and the key thing there, and I realized this recently. I had an epiphany. I was like, wait, what is this? It's because we can't relate to it.
Yeah.
A lot of these games, which I like, and there's some other people who don't like relating to games. It's just like going into complete fantasy mode.
Yeah.
But I like to relate to games. I like to know what the hell I'm shooting as far as a gun. And back in the day, I don't kill people or anything like that, but I could relate to the guns. I know what the guns do. I know, So
I don't
made
think
it a little
relate
bit.
is the right word here. I think what I don't know. I feel like it's
Action,
just
right?
so when Call of Duty 4 came out, it was new. Like nobody has ever done like things like that. Like yeah, it has been done, just not in that way. So it felt different, especially on console. So like what I mean with that is I've been playing Unreal Tournament, since before I can remember on PC, but on console and competitive, and you rank up and you get this and you get that, and you prestige and all this other stuff, like all of that was new. All of that was, it just felt fresh. So when you played when we played COD 4, that's how it was. It was new. So now that system worked and it's been replicated so many times over, it brings you now to, three different studios working on one game. Not really on one game, but three different studios working under the same title. It brings you to, just using the same thing and trying to make it new. It doesn't really work. But what this one added that I've been enjoying is actually co-op campaign. Now, there was a co-op campaign on a previous title. I don't remember which one. I think it was World at War, which coincidentally also is a Treyarch title. But this one is doing it right. From the jump, you can go into any mission you want. You don't have to play them in order or anything like that. And your character is, like everybody has their part. I haven't played much of the campaign, so I can't really speak for it. I've played maybe 2-3 missions, and it just feels how like a Call of Duty campaign should be.
Hectic as hell.
Yeah, it's hectic. I'm playing it on realistic, and it's just headshot every single time. Like you just get down instantly. It's fun, but it's hectic. And then you get zombies. So at first, I was so excited for zombies. I was like, oh, when they showed that trailer with like the 4 characters, the girl and the boxer and all that, I was like, okay, I get it. This is awesome. Like, it's very story driven. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that. It is really difficult, and there's so many like, just little, I don't know, like every piece of the puzzle needs to come together in zombies in order for you to like truly understand what's going on, and that's my problem. Yeah. My problem is it's not really, it's still zombies, but it's not survival anymore. It's more
Tactical.
it's tactical. It's more figure out the story. So everything now sort of has a story behind it. Before, you would just hide or try to, run a train and make sure that you don't get down and start picking them off one by one or whatever, and now it's more like I have to find this piece. It's somewhere in this city or whatever. I have to do this ritual. I don't know if you played zombies at all.
Not this one around.
Not on this one. So
I want to get the people together, man.
yeah, no, and it's even if you do get the right people together, it is still extremely hard to just like figure out everything. Like, there's different areas. You know how when you unlock a door to get to, like a new area or whatever, each area has like its own little mystery behind it, and then you have to do these like rituals, and there's like a fucking weird octopus in the sky that I have no idea what's going on in zombies. I thought I would get it, and I really don't. But at the same time, it's still fun playing and like trying to survive and trying to figure everything out. Trying to piece the puzzle together is what makes that mode fun for me, at least, But regardless, it is extremely difficult.
So see, that's good. You have to have a group of one brain, one brawn.
Yeah.
It's just two people to just go around as bait. That's it.
Even so, man, it's insane. And then, of course, the bread and butter of every Call of Duty title since I don't even know how far back is the multiplayer, which you briefly mentioned. You're saying that you're just trying to get into that a little bit more. Now, do you feel like you want to get into the competitive side of it, or do you feel that you would be fine just playing the normal multiplayer, like regular matches?
I'm fine. I'm playing the normal as long as I have my crew. But the competitive nature comes with it naturally, anyways. As long as you establish a good team and you're winning, it's gonna get tedious and boring until you're like, let's get challenged. Let's try to one up ourselves by trying to put our names out there and see who's really good out there to challenge us. But it's something which I'm just appreciating it step by step, because trust me, I'm not saying like I was doing work or am I doing work. I'm currently right now -4, so it's something which I'm just still in the process of processing in my head.
Yeah.
But in general, it's something which it's fun. It's fast to pick up and just play, kill stuff.
I don't know, like this, it's fun. I like the multiplayer in this game. But it's the arena that I'm really interested in. And for those who are familiar with Black Ops 2, it's league play essentially, where you just go in and it's 4v4, and that's your clan, that's your group, that you kind of go up on. You go up on a ladder individually, so you're not ranked anymore as a group, but that group, if you know how to communicate well and you know how to play the game well, you'll be able to jump the ladder a lot quicker than most. And that's kind of what I like. I like having I like having that number next to my name that says, hey, like, and by number I mean like the your ranking. I don't mean your level or anything. I'm saying like, this is a proof of how many games I've won, or this is a proof of how many games I've lost, because you lose rankings as well. I like that ranking better than, oh, I'm level 20 whatever, I'm prestige whatever. I don't care about that. That comes to everybody naturally. Like, eventually you will get to level 55. Eventually you will prestige if you decide to take that route. But when it comes to arena, not everybody's going to get high up on that ladder. Not everybody is going to go on winning streaks. Not everyone is going to play and continue climbing that ladder of victory, I guess you can call it. I don't know. But that's the number that I care for. Unfortunately.
You're back in the day.
What happened?
I'm saying, back in the day, our 98 win streak.
Oh, our winning streak? Yeah. But you see, like, that's the number that I care for. The win streaks and things like that. That's what I mostly like. And I think that's why when I play Rocket League that I enjoy that, that game. I enjoy playing that game on ranked only, because I just care for that number. But there's a problem with Arena right now. So you haven't played Arena at all, right?
No, I have not.
So basically, I don't know if you're at all familiar with the with like the drafting system that they implemented in there. You haven't played it. Have you seen anything on it though?
No, if anything, it's just drew a comparison to league play, so I'm kind of considering it that way. One thing that I liked about league play is that there's individual ranking with whoever you go specifically.
Yeah.
So if your team is different, you have a different rank with them, even though it's different by one member.
No, now it's individual. So even if you are with a different team, like if you join me and George, for example, like me and George and the rest of them kids, we're like, I think level 4 or something like that. If you were to join in our squad, we would all be 4s and you would be the 1, But that doesn't, it's, the matchmaking is still, it doesn't really matter. It'll still pair you up as close as it possibly can, But, Yeah, so in Arena there's a drafting system now. So everything is unlocked for you. Every specialist, every gun, every attachment, everything. Everything is unlocked. So you build your class, you build your class setup, you know? You have your sniping class, your running gun, your everything, you know? And then you start drafting every player. So there should be 8 players, right? 4 on your team, 4 on their team. Every player now picks one item that they want to defend or one item that they want to ban. So you can, like, there's a whole meta game behind the actual game where, you know, if you know that, like, oh, this team is known for using this gun and they're really good with it, I'm gonna ban that gun. You know, as opposed to you're like, shit, they might ban this gun, so hopefully I get first pick and I get to save the gun because I know that we're gonna, you know, kill them with that. Or you play it the other way around. You're like, shit, I know these guys might use, like, I don't know, they might use like a UAV or like those little, the RCHD, the blowing up cars, the little bomb cars or whatever. Like, they might use that. Like, maybe I should ban that because that's annoying. Maybe I should ban a UAV because I don't want them to know where I'm at. So there's that whole metagame where you protect or you ban things before you even get into the game. So that means there's a chance that the class you built, you might have to fix because you don't have certain items or because certain items got banned. Or certain
so you don't even know, like, till you're actually in there.
So
like,
you build it. So they give you a chance, though. You build your game, you build your classes, then you play the metagame where you ban or protect. And then at the end, it tells you, hey, certain items that you have on your classes are banned, so you might not be able to use this class. Do you want to edit it now before you go into the game? And sure enough, you go in, you edit it, and then you pick something else. You replace that item with something else because obviously you can't use that class if it's banned, you know? So that just changes the entire, like, mentality of going into an arena mode. I like that.
Yeah, it makes it kind of a snowflake effect. Every game you go
Every game
to
is different.
Yeah, so that does bring you know, a little interest there. I might want to go there later on, give it a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that doesn't get stagnant. Kind of better yourself in all different angles. Have it be with a gun or have it be just with the equipment itself.
Yeah.
Me, since I'm not that great in getting, you know, kills in a row, I've usually early kill streaks, but in this instance, I not take out all the early ones. Like, damn, gotta try to strategize. But nah, that's cool.
So now
it betters yourself.
Yeah, definitely, because now you have to kind of be on your A game. Like, if people know that you're good with something, they're gonna change it, you know. And I've seen people being dicks already, because normally nobody changes their secondary grenade, which is normally a concussion grenade. So the other team normally bans the concussion grenade, and it makes you fix all of your classes because you have that, you know? So, I mean, there's little things like that kind of affect the game, but it's still fun. That's the mode that I like. Unfortunately, that mode right now is broken. So, pretty much every game that we've gone into, one member of either team has been kicked. No idea why. It just happens, and it's random. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes it could be somebody else. It always happens. The other issue is that sometimes the way the game loads up is completely wrong. So it's normally a 4-on-4 match. It puts everybody on one team. So it's 8 people on one side versus no one. And the shitty part about that is you still have to play the entire round until you win. Who are you playing against?
If you quit, like, it'll be like, he lost.
You lose a star. Yeah, you lose your ranking. So in theory, you want to stay. In theory, you're happy. You're like, oh, word, I got a free win. But you got to stay and fucking put up with, you know, you got to wait until the match is over.
The 15 minutes?
It all depends on what type of match it is, you know? So then there's that. And sometimes it's just completely lopsided. Sometimes it might put 5 people on one team and then 3 on the other. And because it's ranked, you can't join in on those games. Those games are all blocked. It should only be 4-on-4. We played a 5-on-5 ranked game earlier. Like, everything is just it's some things are messed up, and then obviously there's those times that it works, with no problems whatsoever. But there's always that off chance that something happens. Like, the percentages are really high that it's gonna fuck up. Like, I've played, let's say, maybe 1 out of every like 8 games fucks up.
It's pretty frequent.
Which, yeah, it's pretty frequent, and it sucks because so the other issue is with the protect and the ban system. In order to get into a game, it easily takes like 5, maybe 10 minutes before you even play one fucking game. Because some people might be a little slow. Some people, I mean, I get it. People are still new to it, so people don't really, they're like, oh shit, like, maybe I'll do this. And they're like planning ahead of time, Or not planning ahead of time. They're planning on the spot. As opposed to when I play, I'm like, all right, I don't want this. I got to ban that, or I got to protect this. And because I'm talking to my teammates, we all say like what we want and what we don't want. So like, make sure this gets protected early on because there's a high chance they're going to ban it, So, and then as the list goes on, as they go, we're like, okay, so we already talked about this. Maybe we should ban that or protect that. So,
wait, so how does the voting system work? Does it like, do they pick one person to ban something, or?
Yeah, it's one person at a time. So it goes you, or it might be, so it's one person from each team at a time. So it's you, then one on their team, then it's one of our team, one on their team, and it just keeps going back and forth. But you obviously until everybody's gone once. You can only ban or protect 8 items. Unless there's a fuck up in the game and there's more people in the game.
Wait, so everybody gets to vote no matter what?
Yeah.
So 8 items get to be taken out.
Either taken out or protected.
Oh my god.
But that's the thing. And that's 8 items. That's 8 attachments. 8 weapons. 8. It could be anything. It could be one of anything. It could be a specialist gun. It could be a weapon. Be a
specialist?
It could be a special. Yeah, like everything. Everything is included. It could be your grenade. Every type of grenade could be banned. Every type of secondary. Everything that's available. Every score streak. Everything is in that list. So yeah, no. That mode, it's fun, man. I really like it. I just wish it wasn't broken, and I wish the time was. I mean, I want to say I wish the time was a little less, but the good thing is that once the person has made their decision, it rushes the time. It's like, okay, this person made a decision, reset the clock. Here's the other person, make the decision, reset the clock. So it gives you time, but I wish it was less time between each match.
Yeah, because that's why we like the Call of Duty, as I mentioned earlier.
Because it's fast.
Yeah, so that kind of goes a little bit against what I wouldn't say standing for, but what they're doing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's for those who actually, pay attention to detail in the sense of that they actually care about playing the game. A lot of people play Call of Duty just to play Call of Duty as a spare time type thing.
They don't play it for the arena mode, and I understand that. But there are those who do play it for arena mode, me included, who want to just get into a game, real quick. But it just doesn't happen because of the voting system and all of that. Because of that system, it's just it's impossible, because you got to strategize. If you see that they're protecting certain weapons, you're like, okay, they're gonna play long range. Maybe we should switch up our strategy and protect other, so I get why there's time, but sometimes it feels like an eternity just to get into one match,
You need a brain to play this game now.
It's that meta game, dude, and it changes the entire way you play that game. I mean, think about it this way, right? When we used to play back in the day, like a search and destroy or domination or whatever, smoke grenades are like a pretty big or even claymores. Imagine putting a claymore in front of a thing, in front of a bomb. Like, that was our go-to move. Imagine back then having this and saying, nope, we're going to ban those claymores. Then what? Like, that strategy is gone. There it goes, So,
I get the concept. It's great. It's just like the whole fact that everybody gets to vote. Like, I thought it was just one item at a time.
No, yeah, it is one item at a time, but it's one per person.
No, exactly. So that right total. There extends that.
Yeah.
way more.
It's one per person, and yeah, no, it's crazy.
Like we're doing a draft or something like that. But the first round pick,
Yeah.
choose Semtex.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. That's exactly how it goes. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play some more Call of Duty. I'm gonna go ahead and put a pin into this conversation because Microsoft actually just announced today, when we're recording this, which is on a Monday, on the 9th, they announced the full list of backwards compatibility from 360 to Xbox One. I'm really surprised that there's a lot of games that are missing in this list, but the ones that they did officially announce, I'm kind of happy with as well. Pretty much all of the Gears of War titles are in this list, which is great because I own them all. Crazy Taxi's on there. Borderlands. I mean, we kind of love some Borderlands, you know. There's a full list. I'll probably attach it to the show notes. Mirror's Edge. I know Jack was probably excited for that one. N Plus, NBA Jam, Perfect Dark Zero. Pretty much a lot of the Sonic titles. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas and Vegas 2, which also, if I'm not mistaken, come with what's the game? Siege. That's it. I couldn't think of the name. Rainbow Six Siege. So I think they're releasing these two because of the release of that game. Halo Spartan Assault is on there. Toy Soldiers, I think all of them. Couple of the Viva Pinatas, Ikaruga, Hexic HD, which I still need to get achievements on. There's a lot of titles, man. I'm really happy with this list. However, two titles that are missing. One is Mass Effect. I'm really, really surprised Mass Effect isn't in this list. And also, Crackdown. I really wanted to see Crackdown on this list, and it's not on there. I don't know if it's coming out soon, or I don't know what they're doing, but yeah, Fable 2, I believe, is the only one. Fallout 3 is going to be a part of that. One of our games that we played, one of our favorite games, Monday Night Combat is on there.
I was looking for that name the other day.
For Monday Night Combat?
Yeah, man. I was speaking
Fun,
to
right?
one of the IT people for my job, and I was like, "Oh, this is a game I used to play." Like Red versus Blue, but I can't think of the name right now. And it was like Team
Halo?
Fortress because we were speaking of Team Fortress.
Yeah,
we like that, and objective games. But it did not come to me at all. Dang,
that's funny.
It was killing me, man.
You know what you should play is Super Monday Night Combat on Steam. It's a little old, but it still holds up. It's still really fun. Free to play title on Steam, so definitely check that out. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
I don't even use it to capability.
Yeah. So that Crazy Taxi, I don't know if I said that already. Golden Axe. None of the Halo titles other than Spartan Assault too. That's another thing. But I guess because they released the Master Chief Collection, that makes sense. Yeah, that's all I got. Anything else you wanna cover?
Anticipating Fallout 4.
That's right. So by the time this goes up, which would be tomorrow the 10th, Fallout will be out. I want to get it, but I feel like I owe more time to Black Ops 3. So I'm probably going to wait until hopefully there's like a Black Friday thing going on. And, maybe Amazon, I'll pick it up or something. If it's a good deal, I'll pick it up. But probably not at launch. And especially because it's one of those games that I know will take forever to play it through,
Of course, it's RPG.
Exactly. So that's why I'm kind of like, I want
There's
it.
a soul meter on it, it sucks up your soul.
That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to like brand all of these time-consuming games, the soul meter. Yeah, so that pretty much wraps up DRULcast 120, not 220, even though I still have 220 in the mind. Thank you,
Jack.
Yeah, we miss you, bro. Hopefully, yeah, we'll most likely have a show with him next week. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You can find me. I don't even know your Twitter. Do you even use Twitter?
I don't use it that often, but I do have it. It's Ace Jam, parallel with that lovely, fantastic, which has influenced all of our 1990s babies' lives. Ace Jam, but it's Ace Jam with the 3 instead of an E.
So it's Ace with the 3 and okay, Ace Jam on Twitter. He's at Ace Jam. I'm at DRUL on Twitter, guys. Follow us if you have any questions or anything like that. Let us know. Yeah, until next time, guys. Play to DRUL. Peace.